Hello, hello! And today we are talking about my Temur Eggs deck. I recently tied for second place in a small tournament and placed first in another tournament 6 months ago using this deck. It is not a CDH deck, but rather a high power bracket 4 deck. It is a very fun deck to pilot, especially if you like storm style combo decks. The main goal of the deck is to find a cost reducer and then draw a bunch of cards either by sacrificing your eggs being a cheap artifact that typically sacrifices itself to draw a card, or just draws a card on entry, or by using cards like Jhoira, Weatherlight Captain, or Song of Creation to draw when you are casting your artifacts. I do have the deck list both on the screen, and I will leave a link down in the description if you want to build the deck yourself. Anyways, let's talk about the main combos. Alright. The deck is very much a combo deck and wins via either two combos: Sensei Stop and Forge, or something like Myr Retriever and Drunk Diver. We're going to talk about these two first. If you have one of these in play, and then any of your cost reducers, or like things that make mana when you cast a spell, note that Urza does not work for this. You can cast top, tap top to put top on top of your deck, and then using Forge, cast it from top, and present a loop where you can draw your whole deck. And then you can, instead of, say you don't have Forge, specifically Quicksmith does work for this because it's an ETB trigger. For this one, cast top. You do also have to still have a cost reducer for this. Cast top. With Quicksmith's trigger on the stack, tap top to draw a card and put top on top of deck. And then discard a card to draw top and recast top. This one is less clean because you don't get to draw your whole deck. You get to just dig through it. So for this, if you don't have Glaring, or if you draw your deck in the wrong order, you can just fizzle and die. When you're digging, you're looking for Forge just to replace Quicksmith Genius, so that's a clean combo, or you're looking for Glaring Fleshraker, or a similar effect. The other combo, Drunk Diver, Myr Retriever, or Myr Retriever, Scrap Trawler. You can sack one to return an artifact, and then sack the other to bring back the first one and recast it. We do run 3 free sack outlets. You are welcome to run more if you want. I just run 3 because I feel like that has been the correct number for me so far. But unless you have Grinding Station, this doesn't turn into a kill unless you have either a way to draw your deck, or if you have all 3, and then a way to make mana. You do have to have a cost reduction of 3 for this combo, but Urza does work for this one. Yeah. This is in case you are with top Mystic Forge. If you don't find Glaring Fleshraker soon enough to turn your tops into damage, this is how you win. Draw your whole deck, cast one of your mana makers so that you can cast more cost reducers, so that you can loop these guys, because you don't need cards in library for this combo. Let's say once you have all 3 of these and a sack outlet, if you don't have Grinding Station, or even if you want to do this with Grinding Station, you can sack one of these two, return an artifact, sack the other to return this. Scrap Trawler will trigger off of both these, allowing you to get a second artifact back. Lotus Petal allows you to just make infinite mana of all colors. So does Mox Opal. Once you have infinite mana, you can loop Aether Spellbomb to just shoot your opponents if you want. Or you can go shoot all of your creatures, planeswalkers, and battles, turn all of your opponent's lands into creatures, letting you blow them up with Pyrite Spellbomb. For artifacts and enchantments, you have Haywire Mite, which allows you to exile them and gain you infinite life. And then once you have your opponents milled and all of their permanents destroyed, you can exile all of their graveyards with Soul Guide Lantern. And then pass the turn. This is in case of, say they have a One Ring effect up, where they can't like die this turn. You can just make it so they have to die in their upkeep. Or you can just shoot them with Pyrite. The deck does have a 1-card combo, well, 2 counting commander, and for it you need your commander in play with at least 2 energy. You then need to cast Repurposing Bay. When you cast it, you go up to 3 energy. You do also need, so it's 1 card. Either a 0-mana artifact in play, so either your Baubles, your Ornithopter, Memnite, or an artifact land, or like Lotus Petal or Mox Amber. So a 0-mana artifact and a cost reducer, or top, and then either a 1-mana or 2-mana artifact. We will do, we'll show the combo with, say, a Seed of the Synod in play, and a cost reducer. Let's do Cloud Key. Cloud Key artifact. You will go to combat after casting Repurposing Bay, spending 3 energy, make a copy of Bay spending 3 energy with Saheeli, go to second main, tap the fake Bay to sack Seed of the Synod, to go get Sensei's Divining Top, and then using Real Bay, sack Fake Bay to go get Forge, and then you can present a loop to draw your whole deck.